Hello, hello, hello. Hey guys, I'm so excited to be here live with you guys for a training today on one of my absolute favorite things in my business. If there's some background noise, I'm sorry about that. I have my house cleaners here today, so they are vacuuming and stuff in the other rooms. So sorry if that is like distracting or whatever, but there's nothing I can do about it. That is just the experience of the business and having this business and being adaptable, as things change. Hey guys, as you hop on, say hi. I am so beyond thankful for all of you guys being a part of this team with us. And if you're here and you are watching this live and you got an email to join this live, that means you are a promoter on our team, the Krew. And so we have tons of resources for you guys. If you're brand new, you should have our newsletter, which will connect you to the login for you to log into the team training and everything that you need for your business growth. So we have a self-paced module system set up for you so that you can go at your own pace. And then trainings like this is just addition to that to add on to help you guys build and grow your business with different tools and stuff. So I'm so excited to be here. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Ashley Salvatore. I am, I guess you can say, the founder of the Krew. I was the first promoter, and then everyone kind of joined along with me. And so I saw the vision, the purpose, and everything that we are doing here together with this amazing company. And so this team kind of grew off of that. And so everyone here, if you joined with a promoter on the Krew, you are a part of this business with me. We are business partners, and I'm here to help you succeed as well. So Brittany Henderson, hey, how you doing, girl? Jill, hey. Thanks guys for joining in on this live training. First time ever in Instagram. I'm so excited to be here, and I'm so excited for the new year because I just feel like this year is going to be something special. I mean, last year was difficult for a lot of people, but for a lot of us with home-based businesses that invested some time to grow that business years prior, this year with quarantine has been kind of like an adjustment, but it's been kind of nice to be able to stay home and to work on the things we've been working on, if you're in that little bubble. I know there's a lot of people that are outside of that, but for a lot of us, you know what I mean? It's been kind of like, especially me, I'm a huge introvert. So my fellow introverts out there, you guys know what I'm talking about. So, all right, let's get into this training. I'm so excited about this training today. So you guys should have gotten an email from me. Everyone on the team, you should have an email from me with a download. That download is going to have a guide for you to create a DMO, daily method of operation. So I don't know if you guys have DMOs currently. If you do, put it in the comments that you have one. Just like raise your hand that you have a DMO that you use. But DMOs, I would say, has got to be one of the biggest things. Sorry, let me just turn off the baby monitor next to me because I think the house cleaners just moved into Clara's room. She's not here, she's at daycare. So DMOs is probably one of the biggest things that I hear people say that they are confused about. They are just not sure what they should be doing on a daily basis that's going to produce results within their business. Now, you guys can let me know if you feel that way. Like, there are certain things that you should do, right? But you're just not sure what activities should you be doing every single day that is going to make a difference in your business. You know what I'm talking about? So I have created systems within my business, and I've been very productive, but this has taken me years to learn and grow into. It's not something that like happens naturally. However, there is I guess you can almost have a gift where you know what you need to do that are the things that are going to make the biggest difference for the success of your business. And then there are some things that aren't going to make as much of a difference, which people can get caught up in doing that stuff all the time, keeping them busy to be busy. You know what I mean? That stuff we want to not do as much of, and we want to do more of the income producing activities with our time. So we all have the same amount of time in the day, right? I actually, right now, as we're going into the new year, I don't have any assistants working with me. I don't have any like hired help. I am doing it all on my own. Now, you probably are thinking that is absolutely insane, considering I have a team that has over 2 million, generates over 2 million in volume a month, right? And I have a lot on my plate. I'm doing like a million different things. But the way that I am super strategic with what I do, and the reason that I actually am doing this is because I want to have a very close relationship with all of the people that are getting involved in my business, you know? So like the people who I am talking to in my DMs, I want to be able to form a personal relationship with that person, because this is a relationship business, right? So, you know, while it is very helpful to have those other things, I just want you guys to understand we all have the same amount of time. And, you know, I know there are a lot of people in our business who have like a massive sales force of people, like support people hired on with them, and that's perfect and great for them. And I'm not saying I might not do that in the future, I have no idea, but as of right now, I'm just saying I'm just like all of you guys with the same amount of hours in the day, and just focusing on my daily method of operation of the things I need to do to be able to grow my business, right? And I understand one of the very biggest things that is the most important thing is actually the relationships you build with the people involved in your business with you, okay? And so how are you gonna build that relationship? It's not something you can hire someone else to do for you. Gary Vaynerchuk talks about this all the time, you know? So it's just one little thing to keep in mind as I'm going through all of this. This is all stuff that I do personally myself. And I've generated some of the top sales in the company for every year since I've been with this company. And so what I'm talking about today is basically getting focused and getting everything together so that you guys can start seeing or continue on or take your business to the next level, okay? And if you're not a promoter yet and you're just here because you kind of found this video, and you're interested in learning about promoting, we do have a sneak peek webinar coming up Thursday night at 8:15. It's going to be a Zoom webinar. You can get that invitation from the person you found this video from, okay? So if you did want to join our team, you're going to want to contact that person. Maybe you found our team page through them being tagged or something like that. They're a promoter on our team, and so you'll get access to all the tools and resources as well as everyone else. So we do have that sneak peek coming up on Thursday night, so reach out to them and ask them for the link to that, and they can get you into that and save you a seat in that sneak peek so you can learn more about how it works, how our business works, and all of that. Okay, guys? That's for anyone who just kind of stumbled upon this and has no idea what the heck I'm even talking about as promoters. All right, so in your download that you got, there's like a direction sheet. You got your directions there, and it's just gonna kind of break it down a little bit. But let's jump ahead to this page here. So there's a blank sheet for you to put your DMOs up at the top, right? And then there's a side here where you can put the dates, and then you can cross off, or you can add numbers if it's something that has like a certain amount of times you do something within a day there. And also on this, I gave you an example, right? So there's an example with different things at the top with some example DMOs. So today I'm gonna talk to you about the DMOs that you add to that section that you can use within this tracker, okay? So on here, I just added just some common ones that a lot of people use on a daily basis, but I'm gonna break it down for you guys in different categories so that as you are figuring out your DMOs, you can categorize it based on what your goals are for your business and what you want to achieve. So I was doing a little bit of research for this call as well, and I wanted to see what was out there publicly as far as, DMOs that people suggest for people, and there's very little, like very, very little. Like if you were actually gonna go research and try to find this information for yourself, it would be very hard for you to find it. I searched, I looked, because there's a lot of people out there that are like business gurus and stuff. So I recognize that this information, I'm going to be throwing at you a ton of information, but it's going to be so good for you, so beneficial for you. And I want you guys to take notes on this. Hopefully this video records, because sometimes with these lives, the recording doesn't actually happen. It happened to me actually earlier, and sometimes it gets cut off halfway. It's like the craziest thing. So just keep that in mind. Hopefully you're here live and you're watching and you're taking notes, because the notes will be important. Okay, so the different categories of DMOs, daily methods of operation, the things that you want to be focusing on in your business daily. There are admin DMOs, things that we have to do for our business, right? Then there are relationship building DMOs. Then we have income producing DMOs. And then there are attraction DMOs. And then the grow you DMOs, how you're going to grow yourself. You are your business, right? And then fitness, nutrition, health DMOs, which kind of falls under grow you DMOs. Okay, so under these categories, you're going to figure out specific things that you're going to be doing on a daily basis to add into your sheet. Let's start with the admin DMOs. These are not things that are going to be income producing activities for you. These are things that you have to do for your business because you got to do it for your business, right? So we're talking about, here's the bullets, here's the list. Checking emails, right? So checking emails would be something that you would be putting on your DMO list under your admin section. So here's an admin DMO, checking emails. Packaging and shipping your trial packs, right? That's something we have to do every day. Hopefully, as you're growing your business, you're sending out trial packs, weekly, but hopefully every day. And if you're putting it on your vision board, it's every day. And so I'm going to talk to you as if you are someone who is pushing your business forward. You want it, and you're going to do, the things you need to do so that you're getting the daily sales, which would be the goal, right? All right, package and ship your trial packs. Tracking expenses. I'm terrible at this. I will admit I don't really do this very much. I just use my credit card, and then at the end of the year, I just sort my credit card. I have a business credit card and I have a personal credit card, and everything I purchase for my business goes on my business credit card or Amazon, and I sort it, and then I just put it together on a spreadsheet, and that's how I track it. But that's just a little side note on that. Some people like to track everything, and that's perfect for them, but that's admin, right? Buying product and business supplies, that's admin. Even shopping for business supplies and stuff, that's admin. So these are all things that take time in your day. Checking your back office. So every day we're going to log in, we're going to check our back office. We're going to check out different things like our new customers. We're going to see new team members that came in. We're going to also see what our current volume is. And if you track your volume, like the sales that are happening within your business, one tip I have for you guys, I take my Google Calendar and I will put on there every day, I will put what my volume is for that day, and I will kind of save it, and I'll have it reoccur every month so that I know, like on today being the 6th of the month, I'm pretty sure it's the 6th of the month, what my volume was on the 6th of the month, every month, like of the entire last year that I was doing this. So I know what it was last month, I knew what it was the month before, I know what it was the month before, so I know where my business is trending as far as what's going on. Oh, today's the 5th? Okay, sorry. Yeah, I'm all over the place on dates. I have no idea what day it is. So the 5th, that's what I do, okay? So that's just a side note on that. Checking the team page for announcements and stuff. So any pages you're in, groups that you're in. Even this page here for anything that was announced or anything going on, right? You want to check your team pages and connect with your team. And then making a to-do list for the day. So that's admin, okay? That's in your admin section of your DMOs. All right, we got to do those things daily, and there are things we have to do. They're not going to produce any income, but we got to do them. And then there are the relationship building DMOs. Okay, so under this section, with our business, being that we're in network marketing, we there's a saying, your net worth is your network, right? It doesn't matter if you guys have any friends, right now, like Facebook friends or following. You can start with none of that. But the goal is to grow that, right? To grow those relationships, to nurture those relationships, to build those friendships. And these friendships, guys, I can tell you, become really, really strong. They're not fake friendships. Like, I'm not telling you guys to go out and pretend you're something you're not. I'm not telling you guys to go out and like make pretend friendships with people. I want you to find people that are like you, that you want to hang out with, that you think are cool, that they think you're cool, and you guys have things in common that you want to like have a virtual friendship with. Like, that is a normal thing, especially this day and age where just everyone is virtual and everyone is online, and everyone likes to make those connections these days. Like, we all need friendships. So that's a part of it, right? We need to make those and build those strong friendships and relationships. Someone just asked, how many hours do you put into your business every day? Well, I'll tell you guys, I don't work all the time. That is why having a DMO like this and having a list of things you need to do and then just going down your list and making sure you do everything is very helpful. But I have kids, I have a life, I have a family, I go to lunch every day with my husband. You know, there's a lot involved, but I am a full-time promoter. So don't let that make you think I don't work. I do work. I just work very strategically, and I work on the things I need to work on, and I do the things I need to do. So hour-wise, it's hard to say because, you know, I consider working from the moment I wake up and I'm in my gym and I'm doing my workout, because that's part of my DMO, which we're going to get into, and drinking my ketones and having my fasted workout. And then I'm live in my Instagram in the early morning. You know what I mean? Like, I'm already working, but it doesn't feel like work because it's like part of my life. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, like Brittany's saying, I am the schedule queen. Okay, well, thank you. So I just put myself on a specific schedule and I just do the things I need to do in my day. And I'm a full-time promoter though, so I don't have anything else going on the side. But when I started my business, I'm telling you guys, I literally had like maybe an hour, 2 hour crack of time when my kids were napping that I would like be able to focus on actually working. And so if that's you, if you're someone who literally only has 1 hour, you're just going to double down on what we're going to talk about here, the income producing activities with the DMOs. And you're going to leave the other things to maybe you're going to do it like once a week or every 3 days instead of daily, so that you can strategize your time. But there are things you're going to need to do every single day because it's going to produce the income for your business. So, back to the relation. So if you're asking how many hours, I don't know. I usually work from the moment I get up until like around 4:30-ish when I got to get my kids and we got to do homework and dinner and all of that. So I work a normal day, I guess, for anyone working full time in any type of business, but I also work weekends. Like, there's not been a day that I've taken off pretty much ever. And that's kind of by my design and by my choice. And so like none of this is like I have to do it, because I don't have to do anything. Like, I could take the next month off if I wanted to, but I'm here because I love it and it's fun. I enjoy it. And I actually really like adding value to others. And you start getting to a point in your business where you're not even doing it for the money, because like if you look at someone like myself, I have amassed a huge amount of success and financial stability and income, and I have a residual built, right? So it's not for the money, because I literally could be sitting on an island not sitting here doing things like this with you guys, because my goal now, my purpose, my passion is to help build other people up so they have that level of success. It's beyond me, right? You can get really bored just like doing nothing. So yeah, that's a little bit about that. And all right, so let's keep going on these DMOs. We're in the relationship building DMO section. Where am I? All right, so you're going to make 3 new friends every day, some sort of friendship, right? Like, find someone to become friends with. Maybe like you find someone on Instagram, you find someone in Facebook, someone who's interested in similar things that you're interested in. It could be in a Facebook group, like maybe of something that you have in common. Like maybe you're a gardener, so you're in a gardening group and you make friends with someone who's also a gardener, and you're just making genuine connections and relationships and friendships. So you need to make between like 1 to 3 of those a day. I would probably put that on my DMO just to build some kind of relationship with someone new that you're bringing in, right? And connect with your customers and team and their content. So that's really important as well. So you're building that relationship with your current customers, and you're engaging with their content. So if like they're making a post, you're engaging with their posts and their content, and checking in with customers and team. Another one is post training tip to team page. You might have a team page that you created, right? As we grow and build this business, people are going to want to join you and share the ketone conversation and be a part of it with you. And as that starts happening, maybe you open up like a chat with your personally sponsored promoters that join along. You connect them to all our tools, all our resources and everything. And then maybe it expands and it gets to a point where you now have your own group, and that's where your people are. And you go in there and you create different trainings that you want to do as you grow and build as a leader. These are all things that kind of like come with time and kind of grow with your business. Like when I started, it was like just me, and then like one person joined with me, and we were like, oh my gosh, like this is so cool, this is so much fun, I really love this, I love connecting with all these people, I love building this. And then we saw the vision, and then we were like, this will be so much fun to like build a team of people to do this together, and like be able to connect with them on a daily basis and hang out with them and like be friends with them, right? Like we can work with whoever we want. And that's the cool thing about this business, you know? You get to work with whoever you want here. It's not like when you go get a job, you're like forced to work with people. And I will tell you guys, there have been times where I've turned people away. People have come to me to become a promoter and build a business, and it was not the right fit. Like I just was like, this is not gonna fit, because you're gonna come in here, you're gonna wanna build a business with me, but this is not right. Like it could be like I don't know, a 70-year-old man from Ohio or something, like that we just have nothing in common. Like they would be better off finding someone they have something more in common with. Like I've told some people it's just not going to work out, find someone else, and that's fine. They can go and they can do that. But I just want you to come from that mindset of abundance, where we're not trying to convince anyone of anything, and we can actually have control over our business, that where we can work with the people we want to work with. And there's a saying, your vibe attracts your tribe. The right people are going to come to you, the right people are going to stick with you, and that's the goal. Next step, check in with leaders. So listen, you guys, don't expect leaders to be coming and checking in with you all the time. You need to take the action to go and check in with your leaders. This is super important. I think this is a mindset shift that a lot of people don't realize because leaders will run with the people who run, right? Leaders are not going to be pushing people to do something they don't want to do. They're not going to be like, they're not your boss. They're not there to like be breathing down your neck or to be telling you what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. But when you are working your business on a daily basis, you can message your leader and be like, hey, how's it going? I did this today. These are my goals. This is what I want from this business. And that's how you end up building a relationship with the leaders, because you're showing up and you're pushing your business forward, and you're connecting with them. You know what I mean? Like you got to realize so like a lot of people, they will be like, well, I joined network marketing, but like I don't have a connection with my upline. And I'm like, okay, well, what have you done to build that connection with your upline? Well, I'm waiting for them to build one with me. And it's like, that makes no sense, guys. Like there's like, especially if there's a team of a ton of people, a lot of people on the team, like you need to take the initiative and action to go and reach up to your leader. So even if, let's just put it like this. Let's say you enrolled someone, right? Let's say you enrolled Susie. Susie got started on her business. You never hear from Susie. You're assuming in your mind that Susie doesn't want to work her business, and you don't want to pressure her, and you don't want to push her into something she doesn't want to do. And so that's what's going on in your mind. Now, Susie does want to work her business, but is like, why isn't my upline helping me work my business? But then Susie's sitting there thinking you don't want to help her because you're not messaging her. So what needs to happen is Susie needs to take control of her business and contact the person that signed her up and be like, hey, what's going on today? What can like just build that relationship with them. The runners who run are the ones that the leaders are going to run with every single time, right? So I think that is just important for you guys to understand as you're doing your DMOs. Did I connect with my upline, my leader? Like, you got to get yourself around those people that have the energy, the momentum, and don't a quick phone call from someone. Hopefully that person doesn't call me a million times. You know how like if you miss a call from someone, they keep calling and calling and calling. Praying. Let's just pray. Yeah, you might have a leader, you might have someone you enroll with that is like in your face every day and becomes like a really great success partner for you. But I don't want you guys to take your own success of your future and put it in someone else's hands based on what you think they think you need, right? You know what you need. And I think it's really important that you guys don't think that, oh, well, I don't want to bother them, or I don't want to be annoying to them or anything like that. It's not like that. We are all business partners. And when you show up, we show up for you. We show up too, right? And the other side of it is, if you message someone and they don't get back to you right away, just understand we all have these crazy busy lives and we all have our own DMOs and things that we're working on with our business. And so sometimes we have to strategize specific times when we get back to people, right? So, that's the other thing, like, because sometimes people will be like, well, I messaged them in the morning, but then I didn't hear back until the afternoon. But I just want, like, so you guys understand, you heard back from them. And that's the important thing, right? Okay, so that's just a little bit about that. And as you guys grow and you build in your business is going to start getting really super busy. And so you're going to need to strategize your time too, so that you can, it's called like blocks of time. So you're blocking your time out, like, okay, I'm going to use this time to now go through and answer everybody's messages, right? And get back to everyone. And then I'm going to use this time to create content, to record videos, because what happens, especially when you're super productive and you get into the flow of these DMOs, is that you can start doing things like you're in your bubble, you're creating content, and then all of a sudden someone messages you, and then you feel like you have to get back to them right away, and then it stops your flow, and then someone else messages you, you got to get back to them, and then it's like this huge thing where then at the end of the day, you got none of the content created you needed to get created. You didn't get to anything you needed to get to that's going to move the needle in your business because you were trying to just help everyone else that needed you at that time. So you need to actually be a little bit selfish with your time when you are doing stuff for your business that's going to move your business forward, okay? So if you message a leader and they don't get back to you right away, don't take it on a personal level. They will get back to you. And what's really good though is if you can figure out how to find the answers to your questions. So like if you, anything that you ask someone, they had to learn it somewhere, right? And they probably found it in the back office. They found it by searching. A really great way to find the answers to your questions is by going to the Prove It Facebook page, the public Facebook page, going into search and searching, like if someone you're talking to is like, hey, I have a thyroid condition, I'm not sure if I can take the ketones. Instead of going to your upline and asking them that question, or going to an entire team group and asking them that question, you go to the Prove It public Facebook page and you search thyroid in the search. And what's gonna happen is all of the doctors that went live on that page, this is gonna pop up. And now you can send them the link to the doctor explaining the answer to them. And so that's what you do, especially with any like medical related questions. It's really super simple. So it's important for you guys to learn how to be resourceful, because that's going to get you so much productivity in your life. You have no idea. You're not going to wait around for someone else to give you an answer when you can find the answer for yourself, because it's all there. It's all created for you, right? All right. So, so that's the relationship side of this, okay? And then now let's talk about income producing DMOs. These are the things that move the needle in your business, right? These are the things you need to focus on if you have very little time in your business and you just need to go and you got to strategize. And these are actually the things that typically people put themselves into, like a little bubble that they need to do, and they need to get them done, and they have to be a little bit selfish with their time, because these are the things that matter the most for generating the income for their business. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys some ideas. So as you're creating your DMOs, you can be like, ooh, that's what I need to do. I'm going to add that to my DMO. And some of these are going to be some different strategies and stuff that you can pop in here that's going to be income producing activities. Okay. And some things you can just leave behind, right? Like if it's not something that's going to work out, you can just leave it in the past. Hey, Brittany, I see you putting in here notes. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Can you copy the notes you put and save them to like a note section in your phone or something because after I go live, any comments, they kind of like disappeared, if that makes sense. Like, cause it goes into IGTV and then the comments get lost. So if you're, as you do that, if you could do that for me, that would be like amazing. All right, so income producing activities, live on a platform of choice. This is scary for a lot of people. And like I was saying before, if there's something here that's like, I'm not doing that, just leave it behind. Just leave it behind. You don't have to do all of this. These are just ideas. These are just things that we know will produce an income for you if you do the things, okay? And so live on a platform of choice. So if your platform is Facebook groups, if that's where you're building your business, that's where your people are, you're gonna want to go live there. It doesn't have to be every day. This can be something you do every couple days, maybe 3 days a week, often. But I will tell you guys, live videos are going to be the most valuable thing that you do in your business, because you're able to connect with people while you are live. You're also able to build the skills, because we are all terrible at first. Every single one of us, when we get started, we are just terrible at any video, anything. Like, we're scared, we don't know what to say, we feel like we look crazy, all of these things, and it's okay. You don't have to be perfect. We're all gonna mess up. Live on platform of choice, daily, weekly. Obviously, if you're doing it daily, you're gonna get really good really fast, because the more you do it, the better you get. So like, it's almost like collapsing time. You could do a live video once a month, and then by the end of the year, you've gone live 12 times. Or even a video creation, you've created a video, 12 videos an entire year. Or you can go live every day and you have 30 videos within 1 month, and you just collapsed 2 years time of videos and learning and creation into 1 month. And now you do that for a year. Now people are wondering why you are moving so much faster than everyone else, because you're collapsing time and you're learning at a faster rate. So the next thing that's income producing is engagement, which means when you engage on the content you're creating, it's going to be producing an income for you, because the people you're engaging with are then going to be building trust with you, building relationship with you, and also then turning around and they're going to be purchasing from you, right? So that means replying to comments, okay? And I'm talking about, if you can do this, it's very beneficial. If you can reply to every comment on the post that people, like if you make a post and then people comment, and there's a recommendation that you definitely, after you make a post, like in Instagram or Facebook or something, you want to stick around that post for like 30 minutes and just comment on the people's comments as they are commenting, and then come back later and then comment some more, because it's going to actually create that engagement on your post or video or whatever it is. Even if you uploaded a video to YouTube, it's doubling the engagement, multiplying the engagement with every comment you make on the post. Okay, so replying to comments, and also if with this engagement, if you can comment with 3 words or more, that tells the algorithm that you're having a conversation with the person, not just like an emoji, right? Like, you're actually having conversation. And the way you get conversations with engagement is by asking questions within your post that can give your audience something to comment about. So like, instead of just posting a picture of like your eggs and bacon, maybe you say something like, what did you guys have for breakfast this morning? I had some eggs and bacon. Here's my eggs and bacon. And then you're now giving your audience something to go off of, because they want to talk to you. They want to engage with you. But if it's just like a picture and they're like, oh, nice. Oh, great. They don't have anything to say back to it. So you need like a conversation starter within the post. That's just a little example, but it's very helpful, okay? So, hey Laura, it's hopefully recording, it's live. Sometimes these lives will download, sometimes they won't, so hopefully they do. That's my answer to that, if it's recording. So next step is reply to DMs. So if someone DMs you, this is one thing where like I try to get to my DMs like a couple times a week. I can't, like, it's really hard for me to get to them every single day, but when you're at different stages of your business, if you're in like the beginning stage, the middle stage, or wherever your business is, the DMs, like if you can get to them every single day, that would be ideal. It's just one of those things that kind of is hard for me, but it's an income producing activity, right? Your DMs are an income producing activity. Usually people are messaging you and because they're asking a question about something, most likely it's related to purchasing a product from you. So So getting to your DMs would be on that list for sure. Adding engagement stickers to your stories. So believe it or not, when you go into your stories and you add like a question or a sticker for them to like click a button or something, or like swipe the little flame, that all helps engagement, which will then push your stories out to more people. And the more people see your stories, when you're talking about product or you're showing people like a day of the foods that you're eating, and then maybe you have your ketones, and then you're like, the link's in the bio if you want to try a trial pack, they're going to see it, and then they're going to be able to go and they're going to be able to buy it, right? Really super important. So next up is, okay, follow up. They say the fortune's in the follow-up. Follow-up is really, really, really important because people get offended when you don't follow up with them. Like if you send them information and then that they asked for, or if they were asking you their suggestion and then they didn't purchase it, and then you don't go back and say, hey, what's going on? Like, are you ready to get started? Like, whatever, like I have this going on. I've got, a new trial pack for you guys. Like, that's usually a really great way to follow up with someone. Like if you put together like a specialty trial pack that like has different flavors they've never seen before, that wasn't involved in like the conversation you were having before. And you can just be like, hey, I've got this special package going on. I've got like all of these new flavors. I didn't know if you wanted to try it, but you said you were interested in some information before, and then build up that relationship and that conversation. I will tell you guys, my husband went to buy a car. He looked at some cars. He left. The sales guy never called him back, and he was so offended. And I've remembered that since that day, and that was years ago. And I was like, you know what? He got offended that this sales guy didn't follow up with him. Meanwhile, the sales guy was probably thinking, I don't want to bother him, right? He was thinking, he'll come to me if he wants it. He'll find me. He knows where I am. He will contact me, and he will get the car. But my husband was like, okay, he never called me back. Why do I want to work with this guy? He clearly doesn't care about me as a customer. I'm going to go find someone who actually wants to provide me the service that I'm looking for and get me into the car, and that I can feel good about giving my business to. So you guys want to kind of have that mentality and think of it like that when you're following up with people. Like you're doing them a service by following up with them, okay? And then follow 3 new people. And here's really, really good tip for you guys. So let's say you find someone, a really great and easy way to find people is by finding people who engage with other people in the niche that you're in. I'm not talking about other proven promoters, but like in the ketogenic space, let's just use that as an example. Let's say there's a page that is they have a recipe book out, right? So it's a page that does like a lot of keto recipes and keto foods, right? And then in their comments of their posts, there are their audience who are engaging with their content. So you can go through and you can find people that are similar to you. So I'm not just saying just pick 3 random people and message them or follow them, but let's just say you find 3 people who look like they're similar to you. They have a page of their own. It looks like they're on like a fitness health journey. And what you do is you follow them. And then what you do is you message them not to sell them something. You don't message them to be spammy. You don't message them asking them to join a challenge. You don't message them asking them to join your Facebook group. You don't message them trying to get something from them. You message them to say, hey, I just came across your page. I'm really looking forward to connecting. Nice to meet you. And by the way, your recipe that you posted about like a shuffle looks so good. Nice to meet you. And that's it. And then what's going to happen is they're going to be like, hey, that's kind of cool. Like, who is this person? Then they're going to come to your page. They're going to see who you are. They're going to start following you. They're going to start engaging with your content, but then you're also engaging with their content. Okay. So yes, building relationships, but this is an income producing activity because you are getting out there. You are finding people that are like your ideal person. And Brittany says to write their name down so you don't lose them. That's great. You know what you can also do? You know how you guys have in Instagram, you have the little save button. You go to the page and it like looks like a little tag on the right-hand side. Well, you can actually find one of their posts, hit that little tag button, right? And you can create a new folder. It'll ask you to where you can sort your saved photos, and you can save it to like a friendships folder, and that's where your people you're going to want to build friendships with. And so when you save it there, you can easily go back, click those photos of the different people. So I would just do one per person, right? So if you have 3 people that you're trying to build a friendship with or connection with, do 3 of them, save it that way so that it's in there, and then you can just go to your saved section, go to that folder, and put it in your DMOS to then just go through the photos, and you can click the person off the photo and just engage with some of their new content, right? And another suggestion for you guys, like another way that you can get in with the start of a conversation is, let's say someone posts something that is valuable to maybe your audience, like maybe they posted some cool quote or something. You can take the quote, you can share it to your stories, and then tag them in the share, and then that way it pops up in their stories that you tag them in a share, and then you can it'll build a conversation with them and a relationship with them. All right, so let's see here. Yeah, so that is the follow 3 new people and message them. Again, we're not messaging spamming things. We're not the hey hun people. Like, that's not us. Prove it's different, right? We're not that spammy, salesy people. People, like, what we have actually people love. And that's what makes us like so different. Like, we're not here to just like sell you something. Like, we don't even care. Like, to be honest, like, I talk to so many people and I'm just like, I just want to help you. I don't even care if you buy anything from me. Like, I will help you for the, like, I have people that I have friendships with that came from this exact strategy, finding people, messaging people, building up relationships with people. They've never ordered anything from me, but they get the same, like for 5 years. Like, we've just been friends for 5 years. And I treat them like everyone else, because that is another thing you guys have to understand. Like, we don't want anything from anyone. You guys want to give more to other people than you could ever take. And that's what's going to start turning things around. It's going to come back at you like at a faster speed when you can kind of like adopt that mindset. Like, there's no like, I got him, I got the sale, I got him. Like, there's no feeling like that. It's not like that. All right, so create a freebie to grow your email list. So we have full training on this in the modules, all about this, right? So you want to create some sort of freebie system so that like it can be a printable, a downloadable, or something that's free, so that they have to enter their email in, so then you can capture their email, so that now you can deliver content to them within emails. Because guys, the reality is social media is very, it's not yours. You don't own it. So at any moment you could lose your Instagram page, any moment you could lose your Facebook page, any moment you could lose your YouTube channel. You never know. But if you collect emails, those are yours. Those is something you own. And as you create new content, you can email people to tell them about it. If you're going to go live on one of your platforms, you can email your audience to tell them when you're going live, so that you can build up a bigger audience. Like, even for this call today, if I didn't email you guys to tell you guys when I'm going live at the time that I'm going live, I am just hoping for the chance that Instagram notifies you at the time that you're hopefully on your phone looking at something on the platform, so that you get the notification that I'm live. All right, so probably like, I don't even know, maybe 10% of you guys would be here. I don't know. So that's just something to consider when you're doing this, because like, and you can do all different kinds of freebies, but that's an income producing activity. Your email list is very, very valuable for you. I don't know where, like, I would not be one of the top sales producers in the company if I did not have an email list. I would not. Like, I'll repeat that. I would not. If I went 2 weeks because the email provider that I was working with, they were like, wait, you made a really big upload of emails this day. We need this. Your account's frozen for a second. And it was like frozen for like 2 weeks. And then, and during that time, I was like, whoa, my sales like dropped. This is crazy. And I'm like, wow, like, this is how much my personal sales are connected to these emails, because that allows me to provide so much value within my posts, right, that I make and all of the content that I'm putting out there without being salesy. And then something launches within the company, like a new flavor or something, and I can email my email list to let them know about the flavor without having to be salesy on my social platforms that I'm attracting and building the following on, right? I'm still talking about the product on those pages, but it's not like I'm being salesy at all. And I'm not even being salesy within my emails, but I'm notifying them as someone who's on my email list so that they can get the information as it comes out. Like, we have new flavor, we have different things, different launches. Do you send group ask emails to these people, or individual? I'm not sure what that means. Do you send group ask emails to these people or individual? I'm not sure what that means by that question. Yeah, so if you guys don't have an email list going, make that your goal for 2021 to start capturing emails, no matter what it is. If you have a free Facebook group, have them go through an opt-in to put in their email to then get the link to your Facebook group. And especially if you're trying to drive people from a Facebook group or from like one platform to the next. So if you have a Facebook group in Facebook and you're trying to move people from Instagram over to Facebook, Instagram doesn't want you to leave Instagram to go to Facebook. So what they're going to do is they're going to require the person to sign into Facebook to get there, and they will probably disappear after that. So what you want to do is collect their email to then get the link, so you can also email them the link to your group, so that now you have them on your prospect list. You know who they are, you have direct contact with them, and you can get right into their inbox. So next up is send out. Okay, so you're going to nurture that email list also with like a newsletter. You can do newsletters weekly where you have like a highlight of all of your new posts that you added, the value add posts you added. If you created a video with like tips on something, you can create that email with the link to that video of the tips. So what you're doing is you're driving more traffic and more views, more eyes, and the more people you can drive to your content, the more the platform is going to reward you by showing your stuff to more people. Okay, so that's just one thing about that. And then a call to action on your stories or your videos. Like something like if you need to create some sort of call to action post. So this would be another thing that you would be adding. And all of these things, guys, like I'm saying, you don't have to make a list of every single one of these things and have them on your DMOs to do every single day. But what you do need to do is figure out the things that you specifically want to do, so that if you pick even just one of these income producing activities, and make sure you at least get through 2 things in the income producing activity DMO per day, right? And then like you have the admins, the relationship, or whatever, but make sure the income producing DMO, something on that section gets done in a day. Because if you neglect that section, you're gonna have a hard time making an income if you're not doing the income producing DMOs, right? So something in there you need to make sure you're at least doing. So it's not like you have to do every single thing every single day, but like, look, if you go live and you're talking about something, or if you're like doing an unboxing of your trial kits and you're talking about what your trial packs are, what the flavors are, that's a call to action. Like you're telling people, I have these trials, maybe you have a special promo with them, you're giving away a free gift with them, and then people are gonna want more information, and then you can get them started with a conversation, and then you can sell them the trial packs, right? You just need to have that call to action at some point. And so that's an income producing activity. So then we have attraction DMOs. So attraction DMOs are super important because we want to attract people to us, so we don't have to be constantly going out finding the people. The people will find us that are like us, that are similar to us, that want to build friendships with us, okay? So I'm going to run through these attraction DMOs to give you guys the ideas. This is what you guys can do. Post to social media at least 1 time a day. 3 times a day is ideal. Some people are posting like 5 times a day. The more you post, the more reach you're going to get, and the better that's going to be. But at least post to social media at least once a day. Put that on your DMO. Post once a day. Post a vulnerable post. You're going to connect to people on a deeper level when you share something about yourself or your life that is something that most people don't want to talk about, right? Like something you're going through that probably most people are going through and experiencing, but the vulnerability is what will build the trust with your audience and make them feel like you're a real person, and also builds that authenticity, okay? Like any struggles you've gone through, right? Like on my page, I'm not trying to be perfect. Like I told people, I fell off track over Thanksgiving, you know? I'm trying to get back on track now, just like everyone else. I'm not hiding anything from anyone. I'm not pretending I'm something I'm not. And that's what connects with people the most, because they know I'm being real. Like I'm not pretending, you know? So authenticity is really important. And then create shareable content. You guys know on this team that I talk about this all the time. We need to create content that gets shared, so it has so much value, such high value, that people want to share it with other people. And this can be something like an infographic or something like that, but it can also be like a quote that gets shared, and that drives traffic to you, that the people who are like you will stick, the ones that are not will not, and that's okay. So it might drive some traffic that isn't your ideal person, but they will stay if they are your ideal person, right? And if they can relate to the stuff you're posting. And then YouTube video or shorts. YouTube video is great because it's a search engine, so it's going to attract people to you because people can search for what you are creating a video about, right? So if it's keto, low carb, high fat, what I eat in a day type of videos. And the shorts are a new feature that are 1 minute videos. So those are great because anyone can do them, and it doesn't take much time. It doesn't take any editing experience. You can upload shorts, but YouTube then goes to work finding your audience, finding your people. And so that's why I really like YouTube. Then there's TikTok, right? For the same reasons, for the virality of the post, you can get a lot of views, and the more views you get, the more traffic you get, the more people, the more opportunity. And then there are reels, right? So reels is also a great way for people to find you, because when you create reels, Instagram likes to promote those reels, and it's going to bring in that attraction marketing, the person who is like you. Either you're creating something that's entertaining, that's fun to watch, that is educational, that content is going to attract people to you. And then we have recipes and tips, right? There are promoters that build their entire business just by doing recipes, just by coming up and maybe going live with showing people how to create a recipe. And that's what their business is based on. And they've been very successful with that because recipes add value, but they're also getting shared. So they're expanding that reach. Okay. And yeah, someone asked about engagement stickers. When you go into your stories, there's a little, like, it looks like a smiley face. If you click the smiley face, it will bring up like different options for you to add to your story. And there will be like questions or poll or different things. If you do a poll, you click poll, and then all of a sudden it will like let you customize it so that when someone's clicking through the story, they can click it and add in whatever they want to add in. So if they're voting on something or something, that all counts to an engagement and keeps them on your story longer. So it helps your story. Sorry, I've been talking like almost an hour, and I don't have my ketones next to me. That's like mistake number 1. All right, create evergreen content. Evergreen. This is like so much information at once. I'm like drowning you guys in information. After this live, you're gonna know it all. This hour is probably gonna be one of the biggest hours of growth I think you guys will ever get. So create evergreen content. Evergreen means someone can search for this 5 years from now and it's still going to be relevant and it's going to come to you and it's going to attract people to you. And this can be evergreen as in this could be one of those infographics, which would be something like that, which is attached to a hashtag where someone can find you. Or this could be like a YouTube video on a topic that's not going to change. That's going to be the same 5 years from now. So if we're talking about like intermittent fasting and we're talking about like, okay, well, 16-hour fast, 18-hour fast, these are the different fasts, that's information that's going to probably be the same 5 years from now. But if you're talking about something that's trending, right, that's not going to be searchable later on, it's not going to like put those hooks out there for the attraction marketing. It might be interesting like in the moment, but it's not going to last. It's not that evergreen content. So thinking about what you can do for evergreen content is very, very helpful. Emily, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to type all of this up along with this video so that you guys can go back to it because there is so much under each section. So then you can go through and you can build up your DMOs. And then let's see here. So, next thing is you want to spread knowledge and educating, because in the attraction section, that's going to attract people to you. The more you give people, the more you get back. And so even if you don't know anything about a topic, you research the topic, and then you're giving them the research that you've done, and you're sharing them knowledge, and you're teaching them something that they may not have known. And if you learn something new, just bring it to your platform and teach them. And that's what's going to build that relationship and the trust factor faster than anything else. And then be social and responsive. Social media, there's social platforms, and the more you are responsive and you are social within the platform, the more the platform is going to reward you by pushing your stuff out to more people, which is going to bring more people with that attraction, okay? So that's that section, the attraction DMOs. And then we have the grow you DMOs, which are really important. We all need to grow because no matter where we are right now, there's always another level that we can be achieving or getting to or reaching for. And the way you do that is through personal development, reading books, audibles, anything like that. I love to just listen to different like YouTube channels like Ed Milet. He has a really good one, guys, that he just uploaded. You should go watch it. It's his last one. After this video, go watch his last one, his last video he just uploaded. I think he uploaded it this morning. Really good. Like, I'm gonna listen to it again. So good. And then training on platform. So if you're picking a platform, let's say you decide you want to dominate Instagram. Like, Instagram's gonna be it. You're going all in on Instagram, then you need to spend some time every single day learning that platform by going into YouTube and searching Instagram 2021 tips, how to grow Instagram, algorithm tips, and you need to become an expert on your platform, right? For sure. That was Ed Milet I was telling you about his channel. He has, even if you just go through his videos and just listen to all of his videos, that will be enough personal development to change your life. Absolutely. And so then, let's see, learn a new social media skill. Make it your goal to learn a new skill every single day. Okay, guys? And someone just asked if I can do an Instagram 101. I do have an amazing Instagram training within our modules in our team page. And so there's going to be an Instagram 101 for sure for you. You need to go there. So log into the team training modules and you will get everything you need to know about growing and building on Instagram. We did like a whole series on that. And let's see, meditation is under Grow You. Meditation is really important. I'm not going to go into all the reasons why, but that's a really great DMO to have on your list. And then daily affirmations, same thing. With affirmations, you're basically building your confidence, it's like you're like hyping yourself up. You're telling yourself all the things that you want to be. If you're someone who's scared or nervous to go live, you need to start using affirmations like, I crush it on lives. I am the most amazing when I am live. I have so much energy, so much passion, and I'm in the flow when I am live. And you just need to really double down on those things that you know are your weaknesses that you're afraid of. And when you write them down every single day, all of a sudden what's going to happen is you're not going to be afraid to do them anymore. You're going to get out there and you're just going to do them because you're going to start believing the bullshit. Like, you're going to believe the stuff that you're telling yourself. Even if it's not true, you're convincing yourself it is. And then you're going to start doing the thing because you start believing it yourself. And that's how those affirmations work when you do them every single day. And then under the Grow You DMOs, watching back team calls, like right now you're on one. This is a Grow You DMO. This is growing you. And then Miracle Morning. So lots of you guys are familiar with the Miracle Morning. There is even a book about it, The Miracle Morning. I love that book. But if you wake up in the morning, this is something definitely to add to your DMO. Don't check your phone. Don't check your emails. Don't check all the things that are going to stress you out. Go do something like you can do your meditation in the morning, you can do your workout in the morning, you can do all the things that you need to do, even if you get up like super early, just so you can fit those things into your day where there's no distractions and you can just focus on yourself, your daily affirmations, all of that within your Miracle Morning. That's what I do every single day. I swear by it because if I didn't do it in the morning, it probably wouldn't happen, okay? So then you have your fitness DMOs, your nutrition DMOs, which are workout, drink your NAT every day, drink your keto cream, have your Metaplex. Those are on your DMO list, okay? So that's it. Holy moly, that took an hour. I can't even believe I'm live here for an entire hour. So crazy. All right, guys. So go get that download. It's in your email or it's in the team page, and start using it to start tracking your habits. I'm gonna post for you guys the list, this entire list of everything in all of the different sections so that you can take it and you can customize your own DMOs so that you can start building and growing your business and have that success, okay? You're all successful in all different ways, right? Even if you're sitting here and you've never made a single sale, you are a success, and you need to start believing that for yourself, because the more you believe it, the more it's going to happen in your life. And things are, it's like there's a different level of and definition of success, because even if you haven't even made a sale, you might even be successful in different areas. So shift your mindset, and I believe in all of you guys. I'm so thankful for all of you guys, and I'm really excited about this year. I'm really excited to see the new promoters rise up and become some of the big leaders in this team, because that's what happens. So if that's you, you're going to become one of those big leaders. And don't forget, guys, to tag this page, the Krew team, in your posts that you're making, because like any post that you're making that involves the product or is you working or anything like that, tag the Krew team, because that's how I can find your beautiful pictures to put them up on our page so that we can have this beautiful page of our team and bring us together as a community. Okay, guys? So I will see you here next Tuesday, same time, for another training. I would love to know what you guys want for topics. Put it in the comments, the topics you want for the next one, and I will work on that. Okay, guys? Take care.